was that gave me some panic attacks.
Yeah, you saw the switches, right? You saw the switch.
Yeah, the switch too. For a second there, we were thinking like, oh my goodness, is that going to be a jungle phobia?
Are you actually going to do this in this crucial match?
Really? No, it's not going to be the case.
Is that what you were looking at? I was looking at Blacklist. Look at this.
Oh, it's going to be position 4. Okay, so this might be position 4 Popol and Koopa that's built tankier. And then you'll have still a position 5 Valir.
Alavinus? Popol Alavinus?
Popol Alavinus.
That sounds like something tasty, you know?
Yeah. Escalera also showed it earlier in our previous series where he played the mid lane Popol and Koopa but with a tank build.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere
in the middle. Here's one more look at the spread, ladies and gentlemen. The heroes that these two international champions are taking into game number 1. For Blacklist, it's a very Ling-centric lineup, but there's a lot of damage. You gotta be fair with them. There's a lot of damage.
Definitely a lot of damage on the side of Blacklist International, but my worries around this composition is, again, the purple dependence of the Ling. You need to make sure that everybody on the side of Omega stays away from your purple buff unless you want your Ling to not have a fun time until late game where you could potentially have 6 items.
To be fair, I love how Omega has drafted so close to the ground. They barely need any items. One main item for the Karina, and then she can start.
And she pops off.
Yeah.
Thunderbelt, give me the entire game already.
In this meta, especially if you're looking at a Valier and a Lunox possibly mid or even gold lane Lunox, right? You can start to go for it just with a Cursed Helm. You can threaten an early Brilliance and then catch him from the back. So again, what I'm saying is Omega is, they have all the prerogatives, all of the initiatives, all the incentives to go hard in the early game.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, both lineups have the right heroes to just suddenly hit a power spike out of nowhere in the mid game, given that they find a massive team fight win. Maybe with two for none, 3 for none trade, or not a trade, but a 2 for none, 3 for none win in a team fight, either for Blacklist or Omega, somewhere around, let's say, the 8 to 9 minute mark.
I was thinking
that'll give them the massive lead already heading into the mid to the late game.
I have like a theory around the composition of Blacklist International. You get armor penetration from Spectre Step. That's the second ability that comes from the D-Roth, and that applies a debuff that just removes the armor almost completely in the early game, but your composition overall actually tells the other team to buy Radiant armor first.
Given that it's a
great point.
It's a Lunox Valier.
And Cursed Helm on a Popol and Koopa.
So that means like armor would be the secondary item that you're gonna buy, which means D-Roth would have a fun time.
Here we go, game number 1, Blacklist International versus Omega. Purple start for both junglers.
By the way, Haji actually has a weapons master on him.
So
it might not be the tank build Popol and Koopa.
It's not. You can expect possibly an early Demon Hunter Sword.
It's going to be the
early
game
Blade of
rush.
Despair?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen our fair shares of Popol and Koopas that just rush damage and push lanes. I think we've been watching Popol and Koopas do this in Season 7, Season 8, especially in Season 8. So right now in Season 9, it's surprising to see it come back in such a crucial game like this one. But I feel like entering this match, Blacklist International Omega had specific plans on how to approach this, because this is just so crucial. This might be the most crucial game in the regular season right now. If Blacklist wins this via sweep, they secure the playoffs. If Omega wins this via sweep, they secure the playoffs. And NXP is just banking on what happens here as well, because they lost earlier against TNC.
Yeah, NXP right now, they're hoping that the result of this match will be a 2-0, because a 2-1 will complicate things for them. At a 3-way tie at 16 points, if all teams have 16 points by the end of this match, Blacklist, Omega, and NXPE, that means they'll have to just get at least 1 point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just 1 point.
Against Echo.
17.
Yeah, to get 17 to break it against Echo.
Yeah, against Echo.
Against
Oh,
Echo.
no.
And at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, Omega just needs 1 point actually to make it into the playoffs. So in this game, even if they get 1 point, they'll be happy. And if, for example, Blacklist wins this 2-1, that means that they'll just really have to hope NXPE doesn't win a game against Echo. That's the whole math and triangle of it all.
This is so insane.
Dude, halfway through the final week, and we're still literally, we're in the middle of things. We're in the heat of things.
And we're calculating.
And we're still doing calculations. That's how dire things are right now for all the teams. Yes, Dairoth on Edward. Going to be facing off against Renzio, which is a relatively tame matchup. Again, they're going to start cutting each other. I give the advantage to the Dairoth, right? Womi, you were a Dairoth player here, especially in the early game, yeah?
I mean, 1v1s against the Dairoth isn't really fun if you're let's say, a tanky fighter. He wins almost all of 1v1 matches right now in his lane. So cutting the lane definitely is smart. He just got to do it safely.
Oh, now look at that. Edward going deep, giving Chaknu a piece of his mind, rocking that new Cobra skin. Up top, Eson keeping a good eye on Ohib here. I wonder how the Filipino Savage is dealing with that now. It's a 2v1, but look, wait. This is Ryzen deep into the jungle of Kevier. Check this out. Push back by Eson. Searing Torrents.
Yeah, great job with Eson's work there, just making sure that Omega doesn't enter the vicinity of the jungle. Because Omega, they know that they could just go in the jungle, try to secure something.
Abyssal Strike. Barely hitting. What happened there? Did he hit? Well, did he use the immunity?
No, I think Ryzen used his ultimate to dash across the Dairoth while he was channeling his Abyssum Strike. So that was some sort of an outplay, but that does burn the ultimate coming in from Ryzen. It's super important in this turtle take.
Yep, Chakno here spots Eson. Ryzen has a clear goal. Demonic Force by the Filipino South. That's actually Renzio, yeah. Kelray's way up top.
Oh!
Etomax.
Where did that?
Poppin' Haji. No, we were so focused on the turtle. I guess that's the thing about Alilia. You place your shadow energies in the right place, send Gloom over,
and
boom.
It just explodes like that. And honestly, Etomax is a player that you really can't count out. In the earlier weeks of MPL, it felt like he was struggling out of his element. But right now, in this very clutch situation, it feels like Etomax has evolved into something that we know and love, especially in MSC 2021.
Yeah, Lily, a very strong and aggressive hero. A lot of damage early on.
Chakno gets a confirmed stun onto Eson, flickering on out, away from the shadow mark, keeping him safe from Ryzen, but there is another fight in mid. Etomax uses the black shoes, force out a Tempest of Blades. He's gonna go up,
My
but not
God.
without taking Haji.
Wait a minute, wait a minute!
Wait, Renzio uses Demonic Force. Too far out of range.
Wait a minute,
Oh, the commando just keeps going.
You know what? He's safe? He's safe?
It's like everywhere Kevier went, there's a member of Omega there just ready.
It's like a haunted house out there. Like wherever you go, there's like this one person trying to scare you. Now Omega.
Every corner.
Omega is there.
Wait. Check this out. Eson gets caught out. Surprise! It's Chakno and Ryzen. Kevier now. Not safe from taking his own small cap. Ryzen goes in with the dance of blades and the dance of death. But he is the one who's going to suffer a death at the hands of Ohib.
The dash plus the regen coming in from Kevier. Clutch a heal to just, survive that entire encounter.
Just in time. Let's go back to the pickoff there in the mid lane. Kevier using Tempest of Blades. Slight miscalculation in the dashes. I thought the turret hit would get him, but I think Kevier just got far away enough to reset the damage.
Yes.
And then Renjo was there, and then Kevier thought, okay, I'll teleport away here. But no, Renjo at the same time still going after him, and that would be the great escape of Kevier. But as that was happening, now it has gotten to the point where Blacklist, as we were watching the replay, got to the point where they could secure the turtle for themselves.
I'm so confused. What was the dynamic there? What happened in the past 30 seconds? We saw Edward dead, and then it's still Blacklist who confirmed the turtle.
Wow. Yeah, I saw like in the corner of my eye there, where since Omega committed a lot to secure the kill there onto Edward, it was a signal for Blacklist that, Omega doesn't have enough tools to go for the turtle, so they went for the turtle instead and rushed it.
I like how Blacklist International is just keeping Kevier safe. We know that Lynx need this, especially in the early game, and I feel like this is what Blacklist hasn't been doing for the past few weeks that they did play Ling with Kevier on. They failed to make sure that Kevier had a great early game, but right now they're doing it right, but it's up against Omega. We saw Omega make miracle comeback after miracle comeback against Bren Esports yesterday, and they might be carrying over some of that momentum today.
Yeah, no, this is exactly how Omega operates. This is their MO. When they're at the tip of it, that's when they get the strongest. But right now, can't say the same about the Filipino Savage. He goes down, Ryzen forcing out a brilliance from Oheb. He's still in it. Shock Mamba coming in with a clutch Numen on blast. 2 for 1, the current exchange
Turn
rate.
around.
Omega for
Ryzen.
Blacklist bodies. Omega, Ryzen, their jungler survives via the Dance of Blades. The immunity keeps him safe.
Haji a little bit too late on that rotation, and now Omega did get their fair share of kills there, taking down Oheb and Kevier. Those are big targets for Omega to take.
Check
But
it out.
Haji,
Chaknu never left. Stunning. Captain Haji. The KDA machine still standing. Taking down that turret, but not so much his self because he gets hit with a torn apart memory to the face. Abyssal strike by Edward. There's a fight down bottom 1v1.
yeah, Kelra tearing them apart in the gold lane, but Blacklist did secure the gold lane turret, which would give Oheb a little bit of an easier time there against Kelra. Still, this is anybody's game. We haven't seen the gold lead spike for more than 1,000 7 minutes in.
Oh, Kevier's in position to potentially steal this turtle away.
Yep. Oh, a push by the Filipino Savage. Renzio with the demonic force. Ryzen so clutch. Retribution used by both junglers, but it's Omega who scores the turtle here. This game is so sweaty.
Yeah, super sweaty.
Yeah, man. I wish.
Eson gets popped by Ryzen, but the kill goes over to the Filipino Savage. Numen blast. Pumpkin pie served up by Shock Mamba.
Here comes
Kevier
Kevier.
jumping in. Oh, he's scared. Did I see that right? Who's rocking the Wind Talker?
I think it's Kevier.
Oh, it's Kevier. Faster farming, faster farming.
And Ryzen has been just looking for Uncle Eson the entire time. He knows that if there's one target on the side of Blacklist International that he could pop up immediately, it's going to be the Valir.
He's soft.
He's soft.
Man, look at the items right now. Ryzen, yes, building that Molten Essence first. Already has the Antique Cuirass. This is what you were talking about earlier, Womi. Now Ryzen is rushing to build Magic Defense because you have to negate the damage of that Valir and that...
Yo! Look at the bite down by Haji, putting Renzio at a fifth of his health. Look at this. Here comes the reinforcements. Etomax and Ryzen coming from the west. The soft one, Eson. He's looking like he's in trouble.
Oh!
But there's the black shoes just in time. Etomax Flicker in with a 3-man Numenor blast stun from the back line where they come from. Ryzen takes out Haji as well. Here comes Kevier. Maybe a second too late to the crime scene. Omega bounce out.
Insane timing with the black shoes coming in from Etomax, but here comes a short 1v1, forces the flicker out of Kelra, going back to that play coming in from Etomax earlier.
Woo!
Etomax burnt that black shoes perfectly. Everything was bursting down on him, and he just went back.
Was toit. Now he still has it. Goes in, back, topped up again. Ryzen and the gang, they're making a beeline 10 seconds away from the Lord.
And this is what Blacklist needs to watch out for. The Chak Mamba surprise, as Naisu would say. Naisu would say, exactly.
TM.
Yep. The trademark. By the way, this Lilia here is... Etomax is playing it really well, baiting out the abilities well. I've been playing a lot of Lilia myself. She's a great hero.
How is it?
Yeah, I love it. My past 20 games has been Lilia.
She's back.
She's back. She's a great hero. Can really clear and deal a lot of damage, slow you down, a lot of utility, force you to use your abilities, and then suddenly, boom, reset.
Etomax just canceled the Koopa stun with black shoes.
Exactly.
Great timing on that black shoes, and now Omega, they do hold like a very small lead. Whoever gets this Lord would probably get the momentum that they need to push through this game, because again, the gold lead hasn't gone up against over 1,000.
Yeah, Chaknu though, the Bulwark not gonna keep him safe from Blacklist's assault. That's one man down for the side of Omega. Still not a clear sign for Blacklist to take the Lord, though. Omega's not leaving. They're waiting for Chaknu. There is another black shoes here on Lilia, on Etomax. He gets bitten down, forced to use it, and in comes Kevier. Kelra put his own stacks on. The blades, knocks out the Barangay Captain.
Here comes
Renzio.
Renzio.
We go, the Commando, popping the demonic force, but Blacklist is not letting go. They're so adamant. Haji, look at Haji, very low now. Oh, Lord gets popped really quick.
Oh!
Kevir gets him with a retribution.
Renzio goes
the fight
down.
still goes on. Hep takes down Renzio. Ladies and gentlemen,
my.
Blacklist now in the driver's seat.
Clean take on that Lord, and now the gold lead transferred to Blacklist International, and that level 1 Lord would help them to push through this game even further. Renmar, you're freaking out. What's happening there?
It was a very small thing, but Edward using the dash just in time to stop Ryzen and Renjo from getting close to the Lord. You saw the Ryzen charging up. He wanted to get that retry and just get close enough, but Edward, Agent Zero, stopping him in his tracks.
Renmar Santa Cruz putting the freaking in the middle of his name. Freaking out with how well Blacklist is playing. 2K gold ahead. That is going to be Omega defending bottom lane. Spectral Strike on to Renzio. And now Kevir's doing the one stealing. He's a smooth criminal. Taking that orange.
Max, though.
And the push and the pop. The barangay captain falls again. He's been sleeping, man. That's the 4th death on the Lilia.
After clutch play for Metomax, he suddenly fell from grace after Blacklist International's big attempts, actually burning everything. They just kept doing it. They actually didn't do anything new. They just built more items, did the same thing over and over again, and eventually the Lilia can't tank more than enough damage, just like before.
And right now, Itomax still on the way to building a genius wand. Once he gets that though, Blacklist need to play their strategy of forcing out the black shoes and then going in for the Lilia just a little bit smarter. They have to be careful for that. Kevir going in the top lane.
Could this be a punish? Tempest Blades out, saving him, keeping that inhibitor alive for just one more hit.
Oh my god, Kevir with the mission impossible there. Almost a 5v1, still escaped though. Purple buff will be the next objective to contest here for Blacklist International. And right now, this is the biggest gold lead of the game for the past 12 minutes. A 4,000 gold lead on the side of Blacklist International. I want to remind viewers that there's no way out for Blacklist International but a sweep. They need to win game 1 if they want to make sure to start their playoffs journey.
Yeah, to breathe a little bit easier, a sweep and a game 1 win is what they're looking for. If ever Blacklist wins 2-1, then their fate will be in the hands of next play EVOS. Omega though, all they need is just one game.
Oh, look at this.
Only one!
Death Bush. Oh, wait.
Oh, this could be a big fight.
They're checking, sets a trap in, nobody home. Esson walks in. Clearly, they are.
Oh no!
There's a pushback.
Ooh, they activated it.
Vengeance Flame still on. Esson, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, very safe, I would say, positioning coming in from Esson with a Vengeance Flame. But right now, it won't be activated in this possible Lord fight, and it's already 3/4 HP. The Ling is just causing problems all around the map while we're focused in this Lord area.
Great strategy here by Blacklist and by Kevir to force out the bottom lane. Now that they know the Brody is stuck clearing Blacklist, let's see if they're going to push forward and try to go for this Lord.
Come on down, Filipino Savage. There's a party over here. Catch up, how about it? Man, there's a reason why Esson is a 3-time MPL champion and a world champion. Look at this.
He's zoning out 3 people, man. 3 people
As
tanking.
a Valier!
As a Valier!
With one of the nicest skins in the game.
Probably the nicest one for Valier, but
Not
it's
all.
perspective. But you know, here comes Edward.
Demonic Force set in by the Commando, and they're blasting Etomax from the back line. Numinum blast the answer back by Chakmamba, and down goes the KDA machine. The answer back.
Ryzen's
Edward, Agent Zero, smashing down that Karina. And they do take the Lord. 2 for Blacklist. Huge wins. Now Renzio's gonna go down. Edward gets another one, punching him straight 6 feet into the ground. 2 for 1 trade.
What a game from Edward, Oheb, and Kevir. Just a single death on those 3 people, and they've been doing so well over the sacrifices of Esson and Haji. The leadership that they had before from the Queen looks to be transferring to Haji and Esson right now, making sacrificial play after sacrificial play for the people in Blacklist International. They hold the biggest lead of the game, which was 4K earlier, and they double it to 8K.
Blacklist is knocking on the doorsteps of Omega. Omega looked like they were going to win that Lord fight. Looked like they were going to turn it around, but then out of nowhere, Edward again getting the shutdown on Ryzen. Of course, with the rest of Blacklist International opening up that Lord. for them. Let's see what else Blacklist International can take here, or will Omega be able to defend?
Like an RKO out of nowhere, Agent Zero just finds people with the ult. Early game, yeah, first 8 minutes, maybe not much, but now he's such a threat, even with the items Omega's packing.
Yo, I just want to say that Agent Zero is such a nice name for
Yes,
Edward.
sir.
He's like been with Blacklist for his entire career. He's
Exactly.
literally Agent
Agent
Zero.
Basically forever.
Forever, man. Like in Edward
I'm
right
about
now.
whatever, man.
Yeah. And like, ever since Leo said, like, man, we still really don't have a nickname for Edward.
Now
So
we
I
have
really,
one.
yeah, I was really thinking about it.
This is the best one.
Yeah,
Agent Zero.
First
Here we
of his
go.
name. Look at the instant replay. Let's go
Look
back
at
there.
him.
Look at there.
Look at
Edson
him.
with the knockback. They'll be able to take down Haji. Renjo, this was great setup for him, but the Lord knocking him up was able to set that up well. Also, Oheb was able to send back E to Max. They shut down Haji, but look for Edward. He went all the way to the back where the orange buff usually is, taking down Ryzen, opening up the Lord for Blacklist International.
And it's so surprising that the Karina can't even keep up with the damage that comes from the D-Roth. You have no physical damage invulnerability as outside of physical attacks, of basically auto attacks.
Yeah,
so
no.
abilities such as the Abyssum Strike and Spectre Step just gives you a lot of things to cry about.
That's the thing about the Edward Ryzen matchup. That's why Blacklist sends Edward to hunt down Ryzen. It's because besides the Dance of Blades,
Oh,
that's
no.
it. You're gonna get caught, but wait, Tempest of Blades into 3, and the
running.
tip of the Luminous Blast. Immortality popped onto Kevier. Shut down by the Filipino Savage.
That is huge for Omega.
Wow.
8K lead to 6K, and the Lord is up. It's going to take 35 seconds for Kevier, 5 seconds for the Lord. Omega could potentially make a big play here for a potential comeback.
Never ever count out the comeback kings.
Heck yeah, Blacklist needs to reposition here, or Omega will be able to get this Lord. But you see Omega, the hesitation, because they're respecting the abilities of the Popolin Koopa and the Lunox and the Daroth to just tear through their formation. Omega getting closer, 40% down.
Edward catches Chaknu very low. Spectral Strike. Oh, Abyssal
Pops the
Strike.
ammo.
And the Demonic Force. But yeah, Chaknu's still here. Ryzen secures it. Down goes Oheb. Traded out for the Mamba.
Oh no, Edward gone
That's
blind.
one in the back line. Ryzen gets his revenge. And another one bites the dust. Agent Zero with 0 HP. Kevier and Esson left to defend here. Lord marching up top.
Oh no, can they actually end it now?
They might
It's
rush
a
it.
4v2, and the gold lead suddenly disappeared to come back. English come Kevier.
In true Omega fashion, they come knocking through mid lane. That inhibitor goes down.
14 seconds and Oheb. This is do or die for Blacklist.
Here we
They
go.
hold on.
Another demonic force put in by the commando. And in the blink of an eye, the Kings of C take game 1.
And that is it.
Victory!
Blacklist International will now wait for NXPA's game. Omega with a massive comeback after taking down Kevier all the way in that gold lane.
Omega, the Kings of the Sea, the comeback kings, they did it again. They, with that one game victory, have now secured their playoff slot. The next 2 games are a must-win for Blacklist to keep their hopes alive.
I can imagine what it's like to be a member of the barangay. They're laughing, they're smiling. All of their sacrifices and support and love all throughout the season, despite the ups and downs, are paying off. But to be an agent right now,